Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Vicious Geezer, and today I want to talk to you about the Instabuff armor and shield percentages that you get based on your implant levels. And what I'd like to share is how to maximize your Instabuff percentages to material cost ratio. I kind of figured this out when I was messing with the Suite app, and when it asked me on my clone profile what my total implant level was, for example, if it's 200 total levels, it would give me this Instabuff. And I thought to myself, well, how come it's not asking what implants is what's blue, green, purple, gold, etc., and what those levels are? Because I was just under an assumption the higher the level your implant, the better the buff would be. Well, that's not the case. It's based on each level, and they all equal each other. So a level 1 implant going to 2 is the same percent buff as a level 40 implant going to 41, for example. So with that bit of knowledge, I'm going to teach you how to maximize your buff with the lowest amount of cost. So for example, let's look at remote armor. Let's take remote armor to level 11. So we'll use 20 and we'll increase remote armor to level 11. Now, as you can see, my buff increased to 11.12. That's the ratio. So with that knowledge, we know that to get 1% to your shield and armor buff, you need 25 levels. So is it cheaper to go 0 through 125 on one implant, or is it cheaper to have 3 implants, 2 of them at 10 and 1 of them at 5 to get that same buff? Let's demonstrate. So let's see what if we do a higher level implant. Let's take pulse crystal at 29. Let's raise it up to level 30. And we're going to presume that we are going to get that 0.16 from 12. So there we go. So the assumption's correct. The test is correct. So we start at 0.08, went 0.12, and now 0.16. So with that bit of information, these are investments that you don't lose. No matter how many times you might die in PvP or in PvE, doesn't matter. You're going to get to keep this. So this is solid investment for your ISK. So it doesn't matter. Go through, and some of these are really cheap. Some of these don't cost very much at all. For example, you see I had sniping technology. It's green. So the highest level I can take this is level 10. Well, let's see what the blue version costs. As you can see, 1.3 billion. Now, I actually bought this for 1.2. There was only 2 on the market. So I got this blue sniping technology for 1.2 billion. So what does 1.2 billion get me? Well, that will get me a bonus of 15 levels, because the green can go to max 10, and then your blues or your basics are going to go to level 25. So that's 0.6 of a percent point towards your Instabuff. So the best thing, the method that I found to do is, as you do your DRs and you get your low-level compilers that you probably don't use for anything, because if you have a combat character, well, you're not going to be using remote shield. But I'll eventually take that to blue. But the goal is to raise all these levels to 11, and once you get to 11, raise them to 12, and then to 13, so on and so forth. That way, your percent that you're gaining, the ratio is a lower cost. So for example, would you rather have 1 implant at level 40 material cost, or 4 implants at level 10? How much cheaper is that in material and ISK for the same Instabuff? So I just wanted to share that tactic with you, and it's just a good investment. And I do this on both accounts as I run DR. That's why it's important for all you guys to run your DRs faithfully even for the low-level stuff, is to get these permanent buffs that never go away. Hey guys, I have a bonus for you. As you can see from just a second ago, now I've upgraded everything one at a time from 11 to 12, from 12 to 13, 13 to 14, etc. I spent about 2.5 bill or so on about 1,800 of the blue compilers. Now, as you can see, my permanent buff now is 1344 from 1108 when we first started. So that's a permanent for 2.5 billion or so ISK, 2.36% on my permanent Instabuff. That's a pretty good permanent return. Yeah, it's a good investment. You can't go wrong. So just off 2.5 bill, I jumped up 13.44%. So this is how you do it. It's the best way. Thanks for watching.